I did not like this book. It was problematic. I'm canceling it. Welcome to the last video. Actually, no, I think this is the last video I'm filming in 2022, but it should be the first video that goes up in 2023. Happy New Year, everyone. So this is it. This is the video. We're gonna be talking about every single book that I read this year. I've already made like my favorite books of the year video if you want to hear about like which ones I like the most. This video, I'm simply gonna be going through and naming every single book that I read for a grand total of, okay, as of this moment, the grand total is 101 books. That's the most books that I've ever read in a year, I think, but that kind of stuff isn't really that important to me. I mostly thought that it would be so satisfying to be able to say that I read exactly 100 books, except I have no self-control and I ended up reading one more. Although right now it's December 30th. I guess there's still today and tomorrow left, but I just wanted to film this while I was here because I'm gonna be traveling tomorrow to go back home because I have school. Okay, we're gonna get started. From the top, Make It Drop. Truly Devious by Maureen Johnson. I want to go to a boarding school so badly, and Be Poppy from Wild Child. Defy the Night by Bridget Kemmerer. This book is slept on and I love the main guy character. Fiona and Jane by Jean Chen Ho. This book gave me and my roommate PTSD. I made her read it after I read it. Heartbones by Colleen Hoover. The epilogue to this book really got me. Jade Fire Gold by June Xiao Tan. East Asian authors are slept on, so go read this book. Verity by Colleen Hoover. Scariest book I've ever read in my life, but it was so good. From the Ashes, My Story of Being Métis, Homeless and Finding My Way by Jessie Thistle. The author of this memoir is actually a professor at York University, which is like an hour from where I live, so I literally have a celebrity crush now. Tokyo Ever After by Emiko Jean. Everybody picture this man while you are reading this book, and I swear to God, this book is gonna become your favorite book you've ever read in your life. Life Hack, The Darkest Legacy by Alexandra Bracken. I for some reason imagined Matthew Sturniolo as Roman in this book, like that guy. I can't get it out of my head. Truth Witch by Susan Dennard. I literally forgot that I read this book. The sequels are like where it's at. The Summer I Turned Pretty by Jenny Han. Start of an Empire. It's Not Summer Without You by Jenny Han. Jenny Han did Jeremiah so dirty in this book. We'll Always Have Summer by Jenny Han. Conrad Fisher Girls are superior. Wind Witch by Susan Dennard, the second book in the Witchland series. Isolde and Aid1, Enemies to Lovers, Slow Burn. The kind of slow burn that I love so much. It's like so good and subtle. So good. Reminders of Him by Colleen Hoover. I picture Lucas Till as the main guy in this, and you should too. The Distance Between Us by Casey West. I forget what this book is about. Maybe Someday by Colleen Hoover. I did not like this book. Never trust a cheater. Stay on your toes, ladies. The Bear and the Nightingale by Catherine Arden. The Winter Demon is literally hot for no reason. Letters to the Lost by Bridget Kemmerer. A masterpiece that I want to gatekeep so badly, but I literally can't shut my mouth and I keep talking about it. Best surprise of my entire life. Best book ever. So slept on. Everybody go read it. More Than We Can Tell by Bridget Kemmerer. Another masterpiece. This Woven Kingdom by Tyra Mafi. I'm gonna put this in a book rec video very soon. Forget Me Not by Ellie Terry. Cute middle grade, read it in one sitting. I was also randomly in the University of Toronto at this time, even though I'm not a student there. But you gotta keep guessing where you attend. The Christie Affair by Nina de Gramont. Good Soup for a Divergent Story Collection by Veronica Roth. Probably my most read piece of literature. Theo James can literally do anything to me and I would thank him. Free for Tobias Tells the Divergent Knife Throwing Scene by Veronica Roth. See previous comment. The Demon King by Senda Williams Chima. I need to continue this series, but it's really good. Addicted to You by Krista Ritchie. I always sing that song from The Next Step. I stand by that. References to The Next Step will always be superior than references to Dance Moms. Instead of like, oh, you're at the bottom of the pyramid, you're gonna be demoted to Be True. Ricochet by Krista and Becca Ritchie. This one was my favorite one in the entire series, but it's like the shortest one, but it's because Daisy and Reich crazy supremacy begins in this book. Blood Witch by Susan Dennard. I literally only read the scenes with like that one couple in it. Only a Monster by Vanessa Len. This book was mid, unfortunately, but I love East Asian women authors. I promise. I am one. One True Love by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Oh, I love this book. Everybody has to go read it. And I've forced many people to read it in my life, as I should. Maybe in Another Life by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Interesting. Not my favorite, but interesting. Addicted for Now by Kristen Becca Ritchie. Kiss the Sky by Kristen Becca Ritchie. Be a Triangle, How I Went From Being Lost to Getting My Life Into Shape by Lily Singh. I literally forgot that I read this. And I literally forgot about the fact that I interviewed Lily Singh this year. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe that I did that. Feels like ages ago. That was this year. Anyway, I gave this book to my roommate, who is like a big fan of her. Between the World and Me by Ta-Nehisi Coates. Amazing book, show-stopping. Everybody go read it. Portrait of a Thief by Grace D. Lee. Asian all-star cast. That's all I'm gonna say about that. There is a Murder Club by Richard Osman. This book reminded me of Only Murders in the Building, which is why I wanted to read it. Call It What You Want by Bridget Kemmerer. Bridget Kemmer is like the best author of all time. A Man Called Ove by Frederick Bachman. I need to read every single one of this man's books, and I'm going to in 2023, I swear. Hopeless by Colleen Hoover. This was mid until the plot twist. The plot twist. All About Love by Bell Hooks. I literally love love and romance and everything like that so much, so this book was literally made for me. The Ex-Boyfriend Yard Sale, Finding a Formula for the Cost of Love by Haley McGee. Author sent me this, I read it, it was cool, I gave it to my roommate. Okay, this video is just me being a sugar mommy to my roommates for books, so that's how I pull my weight. A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. I just needed to know what the hype was about. It was okay. Every Summer After by Carly Fortune. I did not even love Love in Other Words that much that it would warrant me to read this, but I did anyway to hop onto the hype train. Her Name in the Sky by Kelly Quinlan. I forgot that I read this. I buddy read this with my roommate in our kitchen in real time in one sitting. Good memes. Sea of Tranquility by Emily St. John Mandel. I love this book and I need to read Station 11. Hot House Flower by Kristen Becker Ritchie. First Razy book, which unfortunately I didn't love that much because you guys know that I love when a couple literally does not get together. A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. 5-star adult fantasy series, romance subplot. So good. Before We Were Strangers by Renee Carlino. Friends to strangers to lovers. Not my favorite trope. So From Lukov with Love by Mariana Zapata. I do not care about ice skating one bit, but Ivan Lukov can get it. The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. Classic love triangle if you're craving one. It's Not Like It's a Secret by Misa Sugiura. I literally forgot that I read this book, but it's sapphic and the characters are of color, so if you want that. Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. Yeah. The Jane Austen Society by Natalie Jenner. Okay, I weirdly really like this book. I actually really highly recommend it. I need to also put it into a book rec video, I feel like. The Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Chbosky. Is that how you pronounce it? I listened to the audiobook in one sitting. It was like not that long. Stealing Infinity by Alison Noel. I was sent an arc of this, so I read it, but wasn't my fave. Writing style wasn't really my thing. The Queen of the Tearling by Erica Johansson. On the other hand, this one has one of my favorite writing styles I think I've ever seen. It's so good. The Queen of Nothing by Holly Black. Finally finished this goddamn series. Finally can say that I finished it. Gathering of Shadows by V.E. Schwab. The Legacy Continues. Amazing series. Losing Hope by Colleen Hoover. I literally read this entire thing while sitting down in a bookstore. All the employees definitely knew what I was doing. I like this a lot more than Hopeless. A Reaper at the Gates by Saba Tahir. I need to finish this content series. Throttled by Lauren Asher. This is when my F1 girly era started. Direct by Lauren Asher. Again, F1 girly era. The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This was a reread and I made my friends read it. So you're welcome. Someone Who Will Love You in All Your Damaged Glory by Raphael Bob Waksberg. It's anthology, short stories, really quirky, silly goofy mood the author was in. The Invasion of the Tearling by Erica Johansson. Again, really good. I love you, Erica Johansson. Shatter Me by Tyra Mafi. Destroy Me by Tyra Mafi. Unravel Me by Tyra Mafi. Fracture Me by Tyra Mafi. Ignite Me by Tyra Mafi. The entire Shatter Me series, just pretty much. I didn't understand the Warner hype, then I began to understand it, and then I was the Aaron Warner hype. That's character development. Love in the Time of Serial Killers by Alicia Thompson. This book is underrated. Bright Side by Kim Holden. Full Tilt by Emma Scott. Pack of the Moon by Kristen Higgins. This was my sad girl era. Cried like a baby reading all of these, and you can watch it if you want. Final Gambit by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. The finale to The Inheritance. Oh my gosh, except there is a new book coming out. Oh my gosh, yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm excited. Love on the Brain by Ali Hazelwood. I don't think I like this franchise, like the feminist franchise. Even though that's, oh my gosh, that's literally sacrilege because I am a woman in STEM. I promise I love women in STEM. I am one. Thrive by Kristen Becker Ritchie. If You Could See the Sun by Anne Liang. Oh, I'd never have been so on time for anything in my life more than reading this book right when it came out. We'll also be putting it in a book rec. It Starts With Us by Colleen Hoover. Duh. The Wish by Nicholas Sparks. My first Nicholas Sparks book. Woo. Babel or the Necessity of Violence, An Arcane History of the Oxford Translators Revolution by R.F. Kuang. I love Asian women. Call Down the Hawk by Maggie Stiefvater. I love Ronan Lynch. Perry Soto Is Back by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Not my favorite one of her books, but I do love TJR. Paper Princess by Erin Watt. I did not like this book. It was problematic. I'm canceling it. It was problematic. Finley Donovan Is Killing It by Ellie Cosimano. I literally forget everything that happened in this book because I listened to it on audio and I was not paying attention, but I finished it. Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. Everyone in this book is also problematic, but like, if everybody's super, nobody is. Firekeeper's Daughter by Angeline Booley. Good book, good soup. Misfit by Elle Kennedy. Haven't been obsessed with a friend group like this in such a long time. I'm so obsessed, can't wait to read the rest of this series. Fality Fortune by Chloe Gong. Also an amazing book, loved it so much. Shout out to Chloe Gong for being the origin story for this YouTube channel. This Is How You Lose Time War by Amal El Motar and Max Gladstone. Quick read, confusing, the writing's like very poetic. The Light Between Oceans by M.L. Stedman. Made me bawl like a baby. An amazing book, and there's a movie with Michael Fassbender in it, but I can't watch it because my heart is too weak. I'm afraid I'm gonna have an emotional breakdown. Oh my gosh, I need to get the next 3 books. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to go put these books back after this video is done. Okay, it's literally 3 books, calm down. Clockwork Angel by Cassandra Clare, Clockwork Prince by Cassandra Clare, and then Clockwork Princess by Cassandra Clare. Because I made a reading vlog of it, it's coming if I end up ever releasing it. 10 out of 5 stars, my favorite trilogy of all time. This trilogy is literally a masterpiece, literal literary perfection. Stalking Jack the Ripper by Carrie Maniscalco. Fun, easy, quick. I guess the ending, the plot twist of it almost immediately, which says a lot because I'm like not good at that, nor do I try. There's only one brain cell on the treadmill at a time. Finding Cinderella by Colleen Hoover, All Your Perfects by Colleen Hoover, and then Finding Perfect by Colleen Hoover. Finally finish out those books. And then 101 Essays That Will Change the Way You Think. If you could put my whole soul and everything I think in my mind into a book, it would be this book. Okay, I think that as a bonus, I'll add in the book that I'm reading right now because I'm pretty sure I'll finish it before the year end. It's Not Here to Be Liked by Michelle Kwok. I'm loving it. I was craving a book by an Asian woman. So Academic Rivals to Lovers will also probably be put into book rec, hopefully very, very soon. So I guess technically that's 102 books that I read this year, unless I end up randomly reading another book after that. I feel like 101 books is like the most that I could stretch for it to like satisfy and it be aesthetic in my head. So yeah, whatever I titled this video, whatever the number I put on the thumbnail was a catfish. It was clickbait because I actually read more than that. Anyway, those are all the books that I read this year in the ripe year of 2022. If I end up finding my book stats at like a later time and going through it, I'll add it in right now. Okay, hi everyone, I'm coming from the future right now to sit down and do like the Goodreads like reading wrap up kind of thing, like the my year in books thing. There are literally people at my house right now for the New Year's like countdown, and I left in order to edit this and film this. So 2022 year in books, I read 101 books, 36,971 pages, which those are actually meaningless to me because I like don't fully comprehend like the content of one page. They're most of the time just like ebook pages, and I feel like that's like monopoly money. Like I have no clue. My shortest book was Free 4. Tobias tells the Divergent knife throwing scene. 43 pages, love that. The longest book that I read was The Darkest Legacy by Alexandra Bracken, 569 pages. My most shelved book was Pride and Prejudice. That makes just so much sense. Least shelved, The Ex-Boyfriend Yard Sale. My average rating was 3.7. Highest rated, exactly, Clockwork Princess, Cassandra Clare. It's intuitive, 4.56. Oh, they don't do lowest rated? Okay, maybe they're trying to get rid of the negativity. In 2023, I can get on board with that. Here's my little book collage. I think they like make your 5 stars like that on this collage. It's like a word collage. Here's my little run through. Verity, Always Have Summer, Letters to the Lost, exactly, One True Loves, exactly, A Man Called Ove, exactly, Pride and Prejudice. Why did I rate Pride and Prejudice so high? I think with classics I like just do 5 stars because I don't have a real rating for them. The Jane Austen Society, Seven Husbands, exactly, Pack Up the Moon. Okay, I feel like a lot of these I just do it as 5 stars. It's not actually 5 stars, it's like a 4.5. But I like change up whether I do 4.5 as a 4-star or a 5-star. Babel, same thing, The Light Between Oceans. Okay, here's my little Spotify wrap. I also want to say that this is in fact the most updated version because it is literally 11:20 p.m. right now on December 31st, 2022. 2023 is starting in exactly 40 minutes. I still need to unpack all my stuff. But anyway, those are all the books that I read this year. Thank you so much for following me this year. I think this is the first time that I made a video like this, going through every single book that I read in the year, because low-key it's a lot of work. My poor iPad like can't take that much editing, like editing all like the title covers in. I definitely did want to do it for this year because I feel like I am like, I don't know, I feel like I have really grown into the whole YouTube thing. I don't know if you remember like last year. Okay, honestly, like even this year, like up until recently, I was just like always felt really weird and out of place. Not that I didn't belong, because I always feel like I belong in this community, and especially in this little community that we have, like of course I feel like I belong, but I think I always like didn't wear it properly. Like I just felt like huge imposter syndrome, or like I don't know how to explain it. It was just like, I feel like it was just never that easy for me to like accept like the nice things that people do for me and the nice things that people say to me. But I think that recently I have really made it a goal to work on that and think of it as a gift. I'm trying to turn a new leaf for 2023 because this will be my 3rd year, which is crazy. Happy New Year, happy 2023. Let me know what your favorite book of 2022 was, and or the book you're most excited to read in 2023. I would love to know. Please comment it down below. And I think that's gonna be all for this video. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe down below if you haven't already, and follow me on all my socials. They're all linked in the description, and I'll see you all in the next one. Good luck, Charlie.